DreAllDay.com.
Well, game 2 of the NBA Finals is over. It just finished a few minutes ago, and I mean, basketball fans, we got a lot to talk about and really nothing to talk about at the exact same time. Wasn't much of a game. Again, wasn't really that exciting. Again, the Warriors won. Again, it wasn't really a game throughout much of the fourth quarter. Again, and Golden State is up 2-0. Now, they weren't up 2-0 last year, so that one is not an again. So the score was 110-77. We're looking at the box score here, and it's just ugly for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I went through all these stats after game 1, how terrible the rest of the team played outside of LeBron James. And looking at the stats this game, even though LeBron didn't do nothing, he didn't do anything crazy this game. He wasn't great. He wasn't terrible. He just wasn't enough, and he didn't play. He didn't play any of the fourth quarter. I think he sat out some of the end of the third quarter too, because the game was just pretty much out of hand. Nobody else in the Cavaliers did anything of substance, nothing whatsoever. And I got the stats right here in front of me, and I watched the game. So I got objective and subjective proof that nobody else on the team did anything. Looking at the Golden State Warriors, their 3 All-Stars did something. Their 3 All-Stars all shot over 50% from the floor. Their 3 All-Stars all shot at least 50% from 3 while shooting at least 8 threes. I mean, you're pretty much not going to win a game when that happens statistically. So let's just look at these stats real quick. Then I'm going to give my subjective analysis, because if you just want to know stats, you can just look the shit up yourself. You don't need to listen to me talk. But Draymond Green, 5 of 8 on threes. He still did his stat stuffing thing with 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Then Steph Curry was 7 for 11. Klay Thompson was 6 for 13. They both went 4 of 8 on threes. And which meant they were making their shots, but they didn't even keep shooting them, which meant they were probably blowing the team out, which is exactly what happened. Leandro Barbosa comes in with another 10 points off the bench. The Cavs got to stop Leandro Barbosa from scoring. He can't be scoring if they're going to win. Not that he can't play, but you just can't have, with the firepower the Warriors already got and the challenges the Cavs are already having offensively trying to score themselves, you can't have Leandro Barbosa getting 10 points on the board. Leandro Barbosa had the same number of points as Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, the guy that many of you think has the best handles in the NBA, that I thought might at least try to somewhat neutralize Steph Curry. I didn't think he could outplay or match Steph Curry, but at least somewhat make Steph Curry work on defense. He has been completely unable to do that. J.R. Smith, again, 2 for 6 from the floor. I'm not mad at J.R. Smith. I'm not mad at J.R. Smith for his performance, because he's J.R. Smith. You don't know what you're going to get from J.R. Smith from game to game. So if you go into a game expecting something from J.R. Smith, that's the mistake before the game even happens. Even if he does it, you still made a mistake, because now you're going to think he's going to do it again, and you shouldn't think that. Kevin Love, we saw, got hit in his head by a inadvertent elbow. He had to go through the concussion protocol. It's not official that he has a concussion as of this moment at the end of the game, but who knows what we're going to get out of Kevin Love, who, number one, is not a great defensive player. Actually, Kevin Love is a minus defensive player. Let's just say that. He's not an okay defensive player. He's a minus defensive player, which means your defense is worse when Kevin Love is on the court. But if Kevin Love can give you something offensively, he makes it worth it. But Kevin Love has not been doing that yet in the NBA Finals. He hasn't given the Cavs anything offensively that balances out or cancels out his negative defensive impact. LeBron was 19 points, 7 of 7 from the floor. He did have 7 turnovers, but he had 9 assists and 8 rebounds and 4 steals in the 33 minutes that he played. And it didn't even really seem like he was dominating like that. The thing with LeBron James is this, before I get into the subjective stuff, because stat-wise, you already know what happens stat-wise. We don't need to talk about that. Here's the thing with LeBron James. LeBron James on this team is going to be at his best when he just says, everybody get the fuck out the way, give me the ball, the offense is going to run through me, whoever touches the ball is going to touch it because I passed it to him, and if I pass you the ball and you don't shoot it, then pass it back to me so I could get it and set it up and get somebody else an open look. That's the way the Cavs need to run their offense. They need to play right now the way they played last year in the finals when there was no Kyrie and no Kevin Love. Now, I know they didn't win last year, but the games were competitive. The games were competitive last year in the finals when there was Dellavedova out there and Tristan Thompson and Mozgov and those guys was out there playing. At least it was competitive, and one main reason is the ball was going through LeBron James the whole game. I mean, if you run your offense through LeBron James the entire game, you're going to be in pretty good shape in the long run. On the long run of any series, long run of a season, you'd be in pretty good shape. You just give LeBron the ball every game. You know how you play a video game and you got a team that got like one player that you really like. Maybe he's the only good player. Maybe he's just the guy you like. You just get that guy the ball the whole game. You might win, you might lose, but it's going to be a competitive situation just because you got that guy that's so good, if you're a good player on that video game, that's the way LeBron James is. That's the way he needs to be on these Cleveland Cavs. We all thought it was going to be different, right? We thought, you got Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving can score 25. He got the best handle in the league. He can score from outside, inside. He can finish at the basket, and he can do all these things. Kevin Love was averaging damn near 30 when he was in Minnesota. He was an MVP candidate. Well, if they would have made the playoffs, he would have been in the conversation. He wasn't really that close to MVP, but he was a star. He was an all-star when he was playing in Minnesota. So you put Kevin Love on the team, put Kyrie Irving on the team, and with LeBron. LeBron don't have to score so much. He could kind of be the all-around guy, but no. None of that's happening. Kevin Love has been non-existent, not because I don't think Kevin Love's scared or nothing like that, but just because the Warriors are playing good D on him. They got quickness to run him off that three-point shot, and he hasn't been able to dominate in the paint. He hasn't been able to overpower guys in the paint, which Kevin Love's not really an overpowering guy. Kevin Love's a good shooter. He has great touch around the basket. He's not athletic at all, but he has great touch. But he just hasn't been able to find it. And one of the things I touched on in the NBA Finals preview is Kevin Love does not get the ball enough to kind of find his rhythm in the game. A guy like him, he's a scorer. A scorer needs to get a certain number of touches, and he's going to miss some shots. He's going to maybe get stripped, maybe have a turnover or two, because he got to find his rhythm in the game. Same way LeBron gets to find his rhythm. Steph Curry gets to find his rhythm. Westbrook, KD, Dwayne Wade, DeMar DeRozan, any star player you name in the league, they get several touches in the game. So when they have turnovers, it's not such a big deal because they get the ball so much that they cancel out the turnovers by making great plays on offense. But a guy like Kevin Love doesn't even get an opportunity to do that because he doesn't touch the ball enough. He is the third banana when it comes to touching the ball on that team. He's an afterthought. When the Cavs run a play for Kevin Love, is an afterthought. Like, all right, Kyrie, you don't want to shoot it. All right, LeBron, you don't want to do nothing. All right, let's get the ball to Kevin Love. And that's only a couple times per game. And if he misses those shots, then he's not getting the ball again. And if he misses his first couple shots, his confidence goes down because he knows he's not getting the ball that much more. And if he's missing, the Cavs don't have any reason to think of him to give him the ball again. It just isn't happening. So Kevin Love, my opinion on the Kevin Love just being on the Cleveland Cavaliers, he's just a misplaced player. He's a misplaced star player. Kevin Love can average 23 to 25 points per game with 12 rebounds per game in the NBA, but just not on this team. He doesn't get the ball. He got two ball-dominant guys on his team. He's not a factor on defense. Only other thing Kevin Love does is rebound, but he's a better rebounder when he's getting the fucking ball. Anybody's a better rebounder when they're getting the ball if they expect to get the ball. Kevin Love is just misplaced on his team. The Cavs could have did better by giving that money to somebody who better fit their scheme. But that's an off-season thing, and he just signed a damn contract, so that's a whole different conversation. But Kevin Love is being misused on his team, and it's not because the Cavs are doing anything wrong, just because it's the wrong mix of players. And they still went to the NBA Finals despite all of this. They just can't beat the Golden State Warriors. I think they could probably beat any other team in the league in the series other than the Warriors with the team that they have right now. So it just looks bad because of the team they're facing. Now, Kyrie Irving, on the other hand, Kyrie Irving got I think 5 assists total in the whole NBA Finals. Kyrie Irving had 1 assist tonight. Kyrie Irving is not playing very well. I think that's safe to say. Now, Steph Curry has not been dominant, but Steph Curry was pretty damn solid in game 2. He didn't need to be dominant because it was a fucking blowout. It wasn't even a game. Leandro Barbosa's in there stealing the ball from Kyrie Irving, making layups on Kyrie Irving, playing defense on Kyrie Irving. Like, listen, Leandro Barbosa ain't no bum, but Leandro Barbosa ain't no all-star. Now, Kyrie Irving has to outplay him. Now, I know a lot of y'all are basketball players in addition to being fans of basketball, right? When you playing and you know you like the star guy and you got a guy matched up with you he's good, like he ain't a bum, but he ain't on your level, is like sometimes just on general principle, like, yo, can't be scoring on you. You ever say that to your teammate, like, yo, I know ain't a bum, but yo, that can't be happening. And he's guarding you, you got to go at him. You ever be playing in a pickup game or in a league game and you got one of your teammates is being guarded by somebody who's not a bum, but they just not good enough, you like, yo, give him the ball, go score on his ass, like just on principle alone. We're not running no play. We're just going to stand here and watch you score on him because you just got to do that. Kyrie Irving, you just got to score on Steph Curry. You just got to score on Leandro Barbosa. Like that, this is unacceptable. This guy's an all-star. You got to go put some points on the board. The Cavs can't win if Kyrie Irving ain't going to do that. If he's going to be in the game and he's not putting points on the board, then he's a minus for the Cavs because he ain't making no plays on defense. That's just not happening. Kyrie Irving ain't doing it. And neither is Kevin Love, which means both of those guys, as I said before this series even began, both of those guys got to cancel out their weaknesses on defense with some offense. Neither one of them has done that yet. Thus, this is not a game. So Cavs are not only missing what they should be getting on offense from these two guys, but they're also missing because they are going to lose on defense whether they score on offense or not. So they losing on defense and on offense at the exact same time. Thus, the Golden State Warriors, seeing that Kyrie and Kevin Love ain't doing nothing, they ain't got a game plan against those guys. Just guard whoever's guarding them, just guard them, because they ain't doing nothing. They're not killing nobody. Kevin Love should be scoring on Draymond Green or whoever they got guarding. Kevin Love should be scoring on Draymond Green. All right, Draymond is great. He's an all-star. He's one of the best players in the league right now. But Kevin Love needs to score on Draymond Green. If he can't score on Draymond Green, he shouldn't be in the game. That's just the bottom line. What else is Kevin Love doing that you need him in the game for? Besides that, nothing. So Kevin Love shouldn't be in the game if he can't score on Draymond Green. If Kyrie Irving cannot score on Stephen Curry and create offense for his teammates, i.e. get assists or score points, if he's not doing one of those things, he shouldn't be in the game. Because what else are you getting out of Kyrie Irving besides that? Nothing. He's not doing anything else. Those guys got to put the ball in the damn basket, period. Now, LeBron James. Here's the thing with LeBron James. I'm going to say a couple things about LeBron James. I got several things to say about LeBron James. Number one, I can understand, though not at the NBA level, some of you can probably understand this too, how it feels when you're playing in a basketball game and you look at the other team you're playing against and you know that to a man, can't none of them really fuck with you on a head-to-head. Nobody on this team could really stop me. If it was just me against this guy, me against him, him, you know you could destroy any one of them if you needed to. Or you'd be damn close to beating every single one of them if you had to. If it was just you and him, you and him, you and him, you and him. But looking at your team, the guys you got with you, none of them is on that level. So thusly, you're getting your ass kicked by a team of guys who you know you better than each one of them individually. I think LeBron James is feeling that right now. And I understand his frustration. I understand how frustrating it can be when you're looking at every guy that is beating your team's ass right now. And you're like, yo, I know I'm better than him, and him. But all of them put together against me and this group of guys I got right now, the way they're playing, is not even a game. Like, I could see it on LeBron's face how frustrated he was, but he was being professional about it. He didn't show up his teammates. He didn't yell at anybody, though he had every right to do so. Because guys just wasn't, how many times did the ball just slip through somebody's hands? Did LeBron throw somebody a pass and they just dropped the ball and it went out of bounds? I saw it happen like 3 times. In between the second and third quarters, I saw it happen like 3 times. I'm like, what the hell is going on? These guys their heads just not in the game. Like, how you just drop the ball? That means you're just not focused. You're just not focused on the game. How is that possible? All the passes that get thrown in the game, how many times do you see somebody just drop the ball? And so I can understand LeBron James's frustration right now being in that situation, knowing that you can do it. If it was just you one-on-one, you know you can fuck all of them up, but they fucking you up because you ain't got nobody on your team that can go with you. It's kind of like this what happened last year. But last year, this is the thing between last year and this year. Last year, when the Warriors was killing the Cavs or beating the Cavs in the NBA Finals, everybody was like, well, look at LeBron's team. He ain't really got no team around him. LeBron was doing everything. He was averaging 35, 13, and 8. Y'all just think about those stats, 35, 13, and 8 in a 6-game NBA Finals series. He should have been MVP of the Finals last year, even though they lost. If it would have went 7, I think he should have got Finals MVP. I'm all right with Iguodala getting it for them winning in 6. And Iguodala got MVP for holding LeBron at 35, 13, and 8. But anyway, that's a different conversation. Last year, it was expected that the Cavs was going to lose. LeBron was just going to dominate, do his thing. There's no way they can win this series, not with this team that he has. That's pretty much what it was. This year, the exact same thing is playing. It's the same script is playing out, but we had completely different expectations. We expected it to be a game. Like, we expected this to be a game because Kyrie and Kevin Love. That's pretty much the difference that the Cavs got this year, Kyrie and Kevin Love. But here's what needs to happen. Let me say one more thing about LeBron, then let's talk about what's going to happen the rest of this series. Because the series is not over yet, despite all of this. This is what needs to happen with LeBron James. He needs to start playing the fuck it mindset. He needs to come in the game with the fuck it mindset. Not the team mindset, not the we against them mindset. He needs to come in with, listen, I'm LeBron James. I am LeBron James. This is my city. This is my team. This is my league. Give me the ball and get the hell out the way. Kyrie Irving, you go over there. Kevin Love, you spot up over here. Tristan Thompson, you come set a screen for me. And whoever else on the court, Richard Jefferson, whoever. It don't even matter who else is on the court. This is LeBron's mindset. You go over there, you there, you there, you there. You come set the screen. You guard him, you guard him. Look, just do what I said. That's pretty much LeBron's mindset. That's how he needs to be. The rest of the team needs to be like those, they need to be like, you know, like the AOL logo where it's like that yellow man with no face and no eyes, no nose, no mouth, no facial expression. There's LeBron and 11 of those, all right? That's the mindset he needs to have. He needs to just come out and just dominate. Y'all remember Game 6 in 2012 in Boston? Game 6 when LeBron dropped that 45. Everybody thought the Heat was about to get put out by Boston after they just self-destructed in the finals the year before. Well, LeBron self-destructed in the finals in 2011. Then in 2012, they was down 3-2 to Boston, and then LeBron just came out in Game 6 and just shut the whole Boston down. Then they went home to Miami in Game 7 and won. The way he played in Game 6, he has to come out with that mindset at least one time. He don't have to do it every game for the rest of the series. He got to do it at least once, because what it's going to do is galvanize the rest of the team. It'll give the rest of the team some confidence, like, okay, we on LeBron James' team. And remind them we on LeBron James' team. This is what LeBron James can do when LeBron James wants to do it. That's the kind of game LeBron got to have. He got to have a give me the fucking ball, get the hell out of the way game. Not a let me orchestrate the offense and be a facilitator and pass the ball to fucking Richard Jefferson. Like, what are you doing? Like, y'all ain't winning if that's happening. If he passing the ball to Richard Jefferson, if LeBron James had the ball at the top of the key, one-on-one with somebody, he passed the ball to Richard Jefferson. Why? Why are you doing that, LeBron James? Why are you passing the ball to Richard Jefferson? Why are you passing the ball to Kyrie Irving? Why are you passing the ball to Kevin Love? It ain't nobody for you to pass to. I get it. I know how it feels when you're on a team where you're the only scorer, and you know that everybody on the other team knows you're the only scorer. So every time you try to do something, you got 2 or 3 guys you got to try to score on. I know it looks easy. You know, when LeBron James drives to the hole and dunk on somebody, everybody like, yo, why don't he just do that every time? It looks so easy. Like, it's not that simple. I mean, this is the NBA. This ain't no pickup game where you playing against some bums where you could just do that over and over again. You playing against an NBA, a team of NBA players who've been playing 82 games against NBA players just like you have. Now, you might be better than all them, but you ain't just going to do the same thing over and over and over again. People say it's so easy, he can just do it every time. It's not that simple. If it was that easy, trust me, he'd be doing it, because I guarantee you he's thought about it. And other teams have thought about it too. He can't just waltz down the lane and dunk on everybody every single time. They got 5 able-bodied defenders out there, the Warriors that is. But he got to get in the mindset of just give me the fucking ball, get the hell out the way. And what he needs to do is get only people on the floor who can catch and shoot. Like, people who can't catch the ball and shoot it, Tristan Thompson, his minutes might have to go down. Or I'm going to give 2 options for the Cavs here. They either need to put their 2 traditional bigs in, whether that's Kevin Love and whoever, or Tristan and Mozgov. Between those 3 guys, they need to put 2 traditional bigs in the game. This is one way they could do it. Put in 2 traditional bigs and just play normal basketball. 2 traditional bigs, LeBron James at the 3, and then you put your 2 guards in there. They could really go with J.R. Smith and Shumpert as the guards. Let LeBron run the point. What the hell? For what? Why do you need Kyrie Irving in the game? Why do you even need Kevin Love in the game? Or they can go small. Put LeBron in as the big or as the 4 next to a shooter big, i.e. Channing Frye, or who's the other guy? Kevin Love. And Channing could be part of that big man rotation too. All shooters on the floor though. LeBron and 4 guys who can hit 3-pointers on the floor and just play it that way and see what happens. Like, they might as well try and see what happens, because the lineup they putting out there can't do it with Golden State for 48 minutes. They could do 12, they could do 24 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, but they can't do it for 48 minutes. It's obvious that they can't, because they just don't have the personnel. It's not even that they're playing bad. It's one thing when you got a team that's capable and they play bad. Like, the Warriors had a couple games where they didn't play well against OKC. That's one thing when you got the guys and they ain't playing well. But another thing when you just don't have the guys. The Cavs just don't have the guys. They might need to change the scheme. It's not maybe change the lineup, but just change the scheme. Either go 2 traditional bigs and put some shooters out there with LeBron. But LeBron James is the Cleveland Cavaliers, and until LeBron James gets into I'm taking over mode, there's no way the Cavs can win a game in this series. And he doesn't have to do it every game for them to win. He needs to do it once. And it needs to happen in game 3. Because if they go down 3-0, it's a wrap. If they go down 3-0, I mean, who's coming back from a 3-0 deficit against a team that's 73-9? I don't know. If you know, let me know. He got to do it in game 3. He got to come out like, yo, give me the ball, get the hell out the way. I'm LeBron James. You're Kyrie who? Kevin who? Get the hell out the way. Give me the ball. That's the way he needs to come out in game 3 and dominate. He needs to dominate the ball. Doesn't mean he got to shoot every time, but he has to dominate the ball. Now, as far as the rest of this series, my pick was the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. I don't change my pick. So if the Warriors win a 3rd game in this series at any point, I'm still not changing my pick. It'll just be that we know officially my pick was incorrect. So that's where I stand on that. As far as game 3, as far as the series in general, I know a lot of people are saying, all right, the Cavs are going to get swept. The Warriors in 5. The Warriors are going to win because the Warriors won the first 2 games, and they won them pretty convincingly. We can agree. Well, the same thing happened in the Eastern Conference when the Cavs did it to the Raptors in the first 2 games. People was like, oh, it's going to be a sweep. Not even going to be a game. Cavs are going to blow them out. How the Raptors even make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? A playoff series doesn't begin until a road team wins a game. That's the rule of thumb in the NBA. A playoff series does not begin until a road team wins a game. And as of now, the home team won both games at home. I mean, Warriors were what? What was their record at home this year? Something crazy. So they usually win at home. The Cleveland Cavaliers now are going home. They're going to their home court. You know how players say whenever they're down 2-0 after playing 2 games in a row, all right, they won 2 games at home. Now we got to go protect our home court the same way they protected theirs. Y'all know the stuff that they say, and it's true. The Cavs got to go home and protect home court. This is their chance to even this series. If they win game 3, making it 2-1, this is the series all over again. Because right now, all the sports pundits and all the fans and all y'all in the comments and people on Twitter, everybody's like, oh, it's over. It's going to be a blowout. Listen, it ain't over yet till the Warriors win a game in Cleveland. The Warriors got to go into Cleveland. They got to win the game. And just because they killed them in the first 2 games does not necessarily mean they're going to kill them in game 3. Here's what I think is going to happen in game 3. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what I think is going to happen. I'm going to tell you what needs to happen in order for my prediction to be right. Because my prediction was Cavs in 6, right? Which means for my prediction to be right, the Cavs got to win 4 games straight. So for that to happen, let me just tell you what needs to happen if the Cavs are going to win this game. And actually, let me add another thing here. I'm not a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. I'm not a Warriors fan. I'm not a Miami Heat fan, even though I live in Miami. I'm not a Sixers fan, even though I'm from Philly. I like basketball. I like good basketball players. I like watching good basketball teams. I like seeing good basketball competition. This finals has not been good basketball competition yet. It's been good basketball. You got 2 good teams, but it hasn't been good competition because the games have not been competitive. They've been blowouts. I like to see good games because good games give all of us, is better for everybody. And the more competitive the Cavs get, the more games we get, which is better for all of basketball fans, right? So I want to see some good basketball, competitive basketball being played, which means the Cavaliers need to show up and win a damn game. That's what needs to happen. They need to win a damn game to make this competitive. We don't want the finals to be an afterthought because it then make the Western Conference Finals have been better than the whole NBA Finals, because then the whole thing is a letdown for all of us, just for basketball in general. Fans, Warriors fans, Steph Curry fans, LeBron fans, haters, whatever. We just want to see some good basketball. Is this true or is this not true? Of course it's true. So the Cavs need to win game 3. What needs to happen? LeBron got to come out and say, get the fuck out the way, give me the ball. Kyrie Irving, get off the ball, go spot up over there in the corner, or get out the game, put Dellavedova in so he can play some damn D on Steph Curry, bring some toughness to the court, or bring something to the floor other than his inability to do anything offensively, which was all Kyrie Irving is bringing. He's just a minus on offense, and we already know he's a minus on defense. At least Dellavedova, if he scores on offense, is a bonus. Shit. The less Kyrie Irving got the ball, the more LeBron got the ball. Just get a ball to LeBron. All right, Kyrie Irving got the ball. When LeBron's in the game, something's wrong. That's my opinion on it. At this point, I think we can all agree on this, right? And we know what LeBron can do when he has the ball. When the ball's going through him, we know what he can do. I was talking on Twitter. I got a lot to say about this game. I was talking on Twitter about the LeBron James. I can understand, like I said, I can understand his frustration. When he was in Miami, what y'all have to understand, I don't think people really understand the difference between Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh versus Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. Offensively, it might not be that much of a difference. Kevin Love was scoring more than Chris Bosh ever scored for most of the years in his career. And Kyrie Irving is scoring more than Dwayne Wade has been scoring over the last, let's say, 2-3 seasons since the first or second year LeBron was in Miami before he started having all his knee issues. But this is what people don't know. People don't understand maybe because there's not real stats on it. Is that Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh defensively compared to Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, are you kidding me? It's like 2 completely different worlds. LeBron could take a 3-pointer. He could take more low percentage shots. He could use less energy offensively and defensively because he knew he had 2 defensive stalwarts on his team at the star positions. The 3 stars on the team were all defensive. They could all go on defense, defensive stoppers. Like they could shut guys down and they could team up and swarm the other team defensively whenever they needed to. And the Heat did it all the time. They did it all the time. That's why they went to the finals 4 years in a row. This team, this Cavs team, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, you're not swarming nobody if those guys are on your team defensively. Because all the other team got to do is go to whoever they guarding. That person's going to get a look because those guys just don't play D. Not that they can't, it's just they don't. Now maybe Kevin Love, he's not that athletic. He's ground bound. He's not that quick. Maybe with Kevin Love, but it's also an effort thing because both LeBron and Chris Bosh stepped up their effort on defense when they came to the Heat. And they started going through what the Heat do. And even Dwayne Wade was better because he knew if I make a mistake, I got this guy over here and this guy over here on D. They had a team. These defense is a team thing. It's not just a one guy thing. It's a whole team thing. But each player could play better D when they know that they got 4 other guys there who's locked in and doing their job on D. The Heat had 12 guys doing their job on D. Everybody did their job on D. The offense was a bonus. The Cavs, I'm not even going to say they think, that's incorrect. They can't do the job on D because number one, they don't have the personnel. Number two, the personnel they have doesn't have the mindset to play D. Because not only the physical tools, it's the mental tool. J.R. Smith don't have it. Kevin Love don't have it. Kyrie Irving don't have it. LeBron got it. But it's hard to do it when you got to guard 5 guys who can all shoot, 5 guys who could all make plays, 5 guys who can pass, 5 guys who can cut off the ball. There's no weak links in the Warriors offense, 0. You got to have some real good D. What would have been a good series is those Heat teams against this Warriors team. That would have been a hell of a series to watch. But anyway, that's wishful thinking because they went away, then the Warriors came up right after that. So, Game 3, LeBron got to come out and say, get the hell out the way, give me the damn ball. I'm LeBron James. He got to have a I'm LeBron James night. The Cavs must win Game 3. The Cavs are going to win Game 3 because that's the only way my prediction can still possibly be right is if the Cavs win Game 3. The only way we can get some actual good, worth talking about basketball from the NBA Finals this year as basketball fans as a whole is for the Cavaliers to win Game 3. We all want the Cavs to win Game 3 to make this something worth watching. Can we all agree to that? Yes? Great. Game 3, Cavaliers win. LeBron James comes out and does LeBron James things. He needs to score 30-plus points. He needs to probably get a triple-double. We might need to see less Kyrie Irving and less Kevin Love. That's just the way it goes because we want to see good basketball. Sometimes you gotta have sacrificial lambs. Some heads got to get cut off for the whole to survive. Everybody, I'll see y'all when is Game 3. Tuesday night. I'll be on Twitter at DreAllDay. I'll be live tweeting every game. I got to make sure I put my Twitter name up here. I forgot it last time. Everybody, have a great, today's Monday, you watching this. Work on your game, DreAllDay.com. What could you not do with more confidence? Less attention to the negativity of other people, more focus on your goals than nothing else, and not letting unforeseen circumstances slow you down. Would all of those help you out? Well, go to DreAllDay.com/bulletproof. Check out my new 8-week course called Bulletproof Mindset. Get started, and I'll see you over there. Work on your. If you're on Snapchat, hit me on the Snap. My Snap name is at Dre Baldwin. You already know how that works. And I got a podcast, if you didn't know. It is called Work on Your Game. It is an everyday podcast where I talk about getting yourself into the right mindset, that bulletproof mindset. Getting yourself seen, heard, known. Getting the exposure you want and making things happen in your life instead of waiting for things to happen to or for you. Subscribe to that podcast when you're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Make sure you check it every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch the heat. Work on your game. Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball.